acknowledge that we started with the budget, but in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, many Kenyans have been left jobless, while some have been forced to take pay cuts. The National Treasury has proposed 17.6 billion shillings in cash transfers, which will go towards cushioning the elderly, specifically those above 65 years who are poor. Treasury has also proposed the allocation of 7.9 billion shillings for orphans and vulnerable children. The funds will be dispersed across various entities to ensure children across the country are well taken care of and that their basic needs are met.
As a government that deeply cares for its most vulnerable members of society, I have proposed Kenya shilling 17.6 billion for cash transfers to the elderly persons, Kenya shilling 7.9 billion for orphans and vulnerable children, and Kenya shilling 1.1 billion for cash transfer to persons with severe disabilities. Mr. Speaker, I have also set aside Kenya shilling 4.3 billion for the Kenya Hunger Safety Net Program, Kenya shilling 2.5 billion for the Kenya Social and Economic Inclusion Project, Kenya shilling 3.5 billion for Kenya Development Response to the Displacement Impact Project, and Kenya shilling 400 million for the National Development Fund for persons with disabilities.
The National Treasury has defended itself on the problematic matter of pending bills, which are cancerous to the economy. Treasury Cabinet Secretary Ukur Yatani has, however, admitted to failure by the government to take the matter seriously in the preceding years, laying the blame on his predecessors. There has been a concerted effort to deal with the matter, which continues to affect the cash flows of many businesses and condemn some of them to closure.
For the last few months, we've really been forceful on payment of pending bills. It's no longer business as usual. In the past, pending bills were treated as not very important matter. And therefore, the government lose, that discipline. The respective officers lose discipline. What we've done so far, out of the pending bill of 43 billion that belong to the national government, to date, we are only remaining with a balance of about 14 billion. The rest we have paid. Last year, by December, we had paid 14 billion. By this time, we had already paid 23 billion. And therefore now remaining with only some amount which is not very big. We've also put pressure on the counties. And by now, most of them are paid about close to 71%. We are remaining with the 2 months because we have not disbursed money for most of them, but the money for May. And we have agreed on a payment plan, which they have given us up to end of June. We think that's going to be adhered to.